Hey folks, it's Mike at the Pen Outpost. The last ink in the Kiyo no Oto series is a beautiful light green. It's a dark light green, so I guess you would call it a medium green, but it has a lot of that light green undertone in it. Let's see. I am not 100% sure about the pronunciation of this one, but I'm going to go with Moegi Iro. And that translates roughly to yellowish green, and it is intended to replicate the color of fresh leaves coming off the trees in spring. Moegi Iro. And I probably should have mentioned this back when I started these colors and these inks, that their numbering system has a tendency to change. Well, it doesn't change. The numbers stay the same, but the inks will change. So this is the current number 8. There has been another number 8 before this, and there may be another number 8 after this. But they use the same numbers, and as a color either runs out or they, for whatever reason, stop making that color, they put another color in its place. So you may see more than one listing for a number 8 Kiyo no Oto. That should give us some nice color. It is a beautiful, bright, light to medium green. Almost has a like fluorescent edge to it. Really, 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 really nice. I'll give that a minute. Very nice. Lots of color. Now is that wet or is that sheen? I can't even tell. I think that's still wet. I was looking at this spot way up here in this corner right here. It had a little sheen to it, but I don't think it's actually sheen. I think it's just still wet ink. But anyway, get a good look at that. Very, very nice. Lovely shading off the swab, but really not too much in the letters, unfortunately. That would have been fantastic. Good color of kind of a, like I keep saying, it's a light green, but it's a dark light green. It's hard to describe it. In the puddling area, you can see that kind of middle green coming through, and even a tiny, tiny bit of blue, as that happens sometimes. Those blue pigments kind of rise to the surface. But around those edges, you can see that hard yellow-green edge, but you see that blue line across the top where that petal happened. So it's an interesting color of green, a little bit hard to describe, but off the nib, which is what's most important, is that nice, solid kind of middle green. Very, very readable, very nice color. Let me find a comparison or two. Okay. I pulled 3. And the go-to in this color range is always Chiku-Rin, just like I did with the other green that we looked at from Kiyo no Oto. So this will give you a good comparison between those two greens. Closer than the other one was, but if this had a little bit more of that depth of blue, it would be very, very similar. But the outline around those edges is close, but really this just has that depth of greenish blue color that comes out. And then Prairie Green from TWSBI, not really the same color, but it has that same kind of base light green undertone. This is definitely darker. I'm bringing this out because TWSBI just introduced some new inks, which we just received, and I'll be doing those video swabs very soon, maybe even next. And last but not least, this is a shimmering ink, so not a super equal comparison, but if they're whatever the standard diamine color here is, because that's usually the way what these are, they're standard colors that they add shimmer to. If there is a standard diamine color, I don't have it swabbed, so I can't compare to it, but I'd have to go look and see what the actual color is, but still gives you a decent overview of a comparison between the diamine and the Kyo no Odo, if you're familiar with whatever color this is that isn't shimmered. So that wraps up the Kyo no Odo of the current lineup anyway. If they introduce some new colors, we'll obviously revisit and come back to those at some point, but for now, that'll do it. Moegi Iro, 3 milliliter sample, 40 milliliter bottle, the Pen Outpost on eBay, and the penoutpost.com. Thanks for watching.